Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
길이 어딘지 헷갈림.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha, Mora.
넌 진짜 키보드 같다. 그리고
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
one we're looking for, ain't you, poor friend? Let's play.
What's this? One less human to worry about. This is humiliating.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio.
Feisty little phony. If I am the lab returns to the wolf. Shall we finish what we started? An intruder! Back for more. Not for the right.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Arresto Descender. Repulsor. Glacier. Defender.
You got eyes for a win, did ya?
Repulsor. Glacier.
뭐야 이거 죽은 거야?
Defender. Glacier. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Potato. Accio. Incendio. Arresto Momentum. Descendo. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Potato. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Capulso. Glacius. Flipendo.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio. Leviosa.
Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Descendo. Defendo. Confringo. Protego. Capulso. Glacius. Flipendo. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Descendo. Arresto Momentum. Flipendo. Glacius. Crucio. Depulso.
Use Accio in the ring. We need to free her.
아쉬워? 아쉬워는 맞는데?
Accio.
안 돼!
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Use Accio in the ring. We need to free her.
안 되는데? 버그였나? 그냥?
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out. was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
아 왔나? 안녕하세요.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
내가 왜 이렇게 많아 이거 서브퀘스트. 야 왜? 개 많네. 뭐들 똥.
I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
플랜로 저희는 어차피 이쪽으로 오죠.
You'll never believe what I've
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
네, 얘도 상태 안 좋은 거 같다?
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
뭔 소리?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
이거 근데 분명히 그냥 스킨하고 그거 있을 텐데. 일단은 그거거든요? 능력치 있는 거? 뭐를 아씨 또 눈깔 이거네. 눈깔 이거 싫어. 한거 차라리 이거 껴야지 그냥. 둘 다 이거야? 너 개 싫어. 생겨서. 안 뜨네 로고가. 아 근데 이거 말할 때마다 보여요 또 게임. 말할 때마다 보여가지고 또 그지 같습니다. 막상 보면 또
The Deke would like to talk with you.
어둠의 잡종견으로부터 받는 데미지 감소구나.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
You're back.
해가지 너가 3D 모델링으로다가 나와 버리는구만. 다른 게임도 그렇지 않아? 그러면
What are we looking for today?
다 팔아버리. 아. 귀찮아 그냥 다 팔아.
Thanks for stopping by.
공장 그냥 그걸 샀어야 되는데.
See you again.
퀘스트 더럽게 많네 이거. 거기다 쓸모없는 퀘스트래.
Hello there. Come on in. Plenty to look at here.
소형화분 5개 있는 거. 피자형은 뭐야? 아니,
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
될까? 요? 위로 있으면 뭐가 좋지? 빨라지나?
Nothing like finding
그만
just
삽시다.
the right thing, is there?
Revelio. Accio.
아, 나
Hogsmeade, here I come.
변신 알려준다.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
accio. 오.
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio. book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
옛날 척 안 해도.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you
나도
with
관심
the
없는데요.
easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the
책도
golden
안 주죠,
snitch,
이거.
which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
골든 신이 몰라. 이거 해리포터 알아야 되잖아 이거.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct!
맞아?
The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct.
멸종됐구나.
Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
행운에 물려? 그거
The
아닌가?
Allihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis.
플렉스
Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
한명제? 한명제가 죽음의 성물이었나? 호크록스는 아니었던 것
The
같아.
Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
이게 제일 크지 않나? 블리치가 더 큰가?
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
바뀌지.
Actually, the answer was
아,
false.
아니야? 바뀌는 거 아니야?
Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race.
고양이
It cannot
되던데?
be used to change
저번에?
species. Well, I suppose this has gone on. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you.
의제
And I
같은.
won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Order of Merlin.
No, that's incorrect.
아버지
The answer
왜요?
was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy,
깝치네 이거.
which required a more structured government
까불면서 막.
to support its
뭐 하는 건데?
enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant! Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is
Oh, good.
believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
하인드 비아드? 그 뭔데?
A Letherfold.
That's incorrect. The answer was a demiguise.
아, 데미가이즈
While the
같은.
Highbind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a lethifold?
하이드 비안드?
The Patronus charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
어떤 방법을 써도 모습을 볼 수.
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp.
아, 왜
One
이렇게
of the
어려워?
principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping
호그와트가
dragon.
잠자는 용.
In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Ashwinder.
아, 왜 이렇게
That's
어려워?
incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paws
얘 왜
with three
이렇게
heads
짱하게
serves a
문제를.
different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Elixir to induce euphoria.
Incorrect. The answer was Amotentia. Amotentia
너무
smells
어렵다.
differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
알아.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
에머러스 결.
Sir Agravain.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious.
에그버.
Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
근데 지고 있으면 해퍼쉐기?
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
에클리드 말라크로?
Webbed feet.
No, the answer was bad luck. Native to the European
그러니까
coastline,
까마귀.
the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
애서라는 거?
Mimbolus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbolus Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
누가 잔뜩 부러진 마법? 그 뭐?
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the Pepper Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
마법사와 깡충깡충 냄비에서 아빠 마법사가 아들을 깡충깡충 냄비. 아빠 마법사가?
His wand.
Incorrect. The answer was a single
마법사가 왜
slipper.
넣는
The
거야?
story was created by Beedle the Bard. But
아들이
there are a few
아빠 거
versions.
넣으면 모를 거지.
I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
The Scottish Highlands.
그러니까 쓰.
No, the answer was North America.
아니야?
The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
행운의. 앤슬롯은 그
Sir Luckless.
Correct! The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
세계에서 가장 큰 켈피?
Galangantua.
No, the answer was the Loch Ness Monster. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's
진짜 있는데
existence.
없다고.
Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Cadmus Peveril.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
나랑하면서 재밌.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Revelio.
인 가이드.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
하이드 비하인드가 가장 크리틱이 어떤 반복을 써. 하이드 비하인드는 항상 좀 언제나 사람 뒤쪽에 있다고 하는 애물이구나.
Hello, Arthur. What was it we were going to do?
We were each going to follow a Hogwarts treasure map. I'd suggest you start looking near the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom.
안 돼?
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
완전 개쉽네?
Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
아니요?
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand law, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Nice.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
공격하네.
Protego!
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
뭐야, 이거 여러 개 해야 돼, 내가?
The Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
What are you up to now?
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
내는 이유가 있지 않냐? 카타콤 과제의 결과가 내 예상과는 다른 결과를 낳았다. 신조들에 관한 공부에 많은 것을 하지만 결국 그냥 없는 것은 부패한 커다란 방 뒤에 공간에 놓인 뒤집힌 석관 사이에서 이상한 모양의 유물을 발견했다. 난 즉시 그 유물의 힘을 알아차렸다. 유물을 가져올 수만 있다. 연구를.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to
그것도
what I've
약간
read about this
레봉스러워.
catacomb.
힘이 많.
I'm sure
저
that foul
진짜?
smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Accio, Incendio, Expelliarmus, Defender, Confringo. Descendo, Arresto Momentum. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect.
Accio! Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa!
This room is taller than it looks.
Revelio!
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Expelliarmus, Leviosa, Accio, Incendio, Confringo, Descendo, Accio, Incendio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an
Revelio.
altar full of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Accio. Expelliarmus, Levioso, Accio, Incendio, Defendo, Confringo.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
아빠지 보고서 얘도 규칙 준수보다 연구가 더 중요해. 그렇게 위찬 나무 지팡이의 선택을 받은 자들은 직감력이 탁월하다고 해. 난 그 말하고 있다. 그러므로 아무도 보지 않는 사이에 행동을 높게 그의 바리게이트를 만들어. 선조들에게 죄송하지만 이분들의 뼈로 열쇠를 이용했다고? 이번엔 다시 가져다 놓으세. 또 갖다가 열쇠 만들라 놓고.
What did you find?
Revelio. Defendo. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
열쇠 어떻게 만들어?
Levioso. Accio. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. we need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course.
윗젖소리 다
I'll
깼어?
start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
빨리 깼나?
Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this
열심히 했나
archway.
보네.
Leave no stone
그거-
unturned. Or in this case, no
늦게 오시면은 세이브 파일을 그거 뭐야? 세이브 파일만 따로 빼서 저장해놔요. 아, 아쉬운 마음에 웹 한 바퀴 돌라고 했다가 영상 너무 잡았어?
Revelio. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Revelio. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
아, 안 깼던 거 계속.
Arresto momentum. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
와, 이거 뼈 갖다가
Incendio. Accio.
위에 가로
Wingardium Leviosa.
뭐 쓰는 거지? 하드 게임은 안 할까? 하드 게임 뭐야 스토리 중에서 재밌는 것도 있는데 어떻게 돌아가냐?
Incendio.
나 어떡해
Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. I need to find a safe way across. Wingardium
뭐야?
Leviosa.
길이야 이거?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
어떻게 했지?
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
어떻게 하는 거죠? 아까 어떻게 키를 만들었는데?
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
아까 어떻게 길 만들어?
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
왜 안 되지?
Rickety bone bridge complete.
왜 돼?
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
알아서 되는 거 같아.
Revelio.
어?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it.
아, 갖다 대가지고.
I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
부럽다.
Nice.
The student's diary mentions the Imperious
나이스라고
curse.
해가지고 이시네.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
다 알려주네.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
좀 멋있다.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Incendio. Descender. Arresto momentum. Imperial. Descender. Glacius. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Defender. Ringo. Descender.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Incendio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student summaries described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place. Arresto momentum. Imperial. Crucial. That's very potential. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Defendo. Confringo. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Imperial. Crucial. Accio. Defendo. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Stupid one. Accio. Incendio. Stupid one. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Crucial.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Accio. Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
빨리네.
I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
순간 이동은 안 되네.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Accio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Potato. Stupefy. Defender. Confringo. Imperial. Propello. Glacius. Accio.
We've rid the world of all this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs,
Incendio.
expansion efforts, and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Revelio. Protego.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Protego!
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
You're so very weak. That was meant for me. Not quite. Falso.
To the right!
Incendio. Crucible.
Sebastian, you fool! Stop provoking them!
I'm handling it.
I'm handling it! Confringo!
Accio. Incendio.
Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Defender.
What are you doing? Release me!
You'll not win here.
Sebastian, be careful! Mine!
We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make them retreat.
Expelliarmus. Accio.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all.
다른
I shall
기술도
make my
많죠.
uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
얘도 좀 잘못한 게 삼촌이 이러면은 어둠의 마법 썼다고 해가지고 이제 아예 한 번 썼다고 해가지고 이렇게 못 오게 할 그런 식으로 대한 버리면은 일단은 얘는 막 그건 아니잖아. 그 사이코패스여가지고 사람 막 죽이고 다니고 막 그런 애는 아니기 때문에 언제든지 갱신 가능할 가능성이 있는데 맨날 다그치기만 하고 해봤잖아요. 근데 약간 좀 엄격 이 분도 그건 아닌데 너무 계속 다그치기만 해. 세바스찬도 그러니까 계속 어긋나고 예. 계속 자기는 뭐 때문에 했다 뭐 힘만 되게 많이 바라고 뭐 어떻게든 지키겠다 이러는데 저기서는 그냥 못 만나게 지금 어둠의 마법 한 번 썼다고 그것도 잘못해서 벌을 받아야 되지만 그럼 벌 받고 이건 잘못됐으니까 다른 방법으로 한번 찾아보자 이러면서 해야지 뭐 자꾸 맨날 앤 치료하겠다 그러면은 무조건 아 이제 치료 못해 네가 뭘 한다고 그래 꺼져 이렇게 돼버리니까 아니 해볼 건 해보고 싶다는데 이것저것 그래도 최선을 다해가지고 해보고 그래야지 계속 다그치기만 하니까 나중에 이러다가 쟤 이제 아예 흑할 것 같아. 세바스찬 느낌 이렇게 다그치기만 하냐? 잘했다는 건 아닌데 그 시기에 여기도 삼촌도 되게 뭐라고 뭐 안하고 이거 아니 그리고 어둠의 마법 한 번 썼다고 해가지고 이제 못 만나게 하면은 뭐 여동생 영영 못 만나게 하는 게 말이 돼? 얘도 가족인데? 말할 게 많아 여기도 중재 내가 뭐 가족도 아니고 중재하기 어려울 수도 있는데 말할 권리가 없다고 생각할 수도 있는데 최대한 계속 말을 하면서 해야 되는데 그렇게 하면 안 된단다 이런 식으로 해가지고 100% 이해할 수는 없어서 또 세바스찬이 뒤에서 계속 할 수도 있겠지만 그럼에도 불구하고 가족이고 심성 자체가 아예 나쁜 애는 아니기 때문에 삐뚤어지려고 하면 어떻게든 그거 해야지 바로 잡아주려고 해야지 말 안 먹을래 그런 거지 100% 어떻게 이해해 가 맞다고도 못하겠어 금지 마법인 이유가 있긴 하겠지만 아 이거 언더크래프트 가는 게
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
뭐야 할 말이 많지만 너무 저런 식으로 하는 것도 문제야 진짜 아 슬렌데린 같네 뭐 세바스찬 때문에 계속
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister.
얘도 잘한 건 아니긴 해.
from my own twin.
지금 동생 떨어뜨려 놓는다니까 그거에 대해서 열만 받아 하잖아 이거.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic.
아직 모르고 누구나 실수를 하지. 어른도 사실 실수할 수도 있는데.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I
얘
should
또
send the
너무
crest to Anne.
갖고
She'll
있긴
know
해.
that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
아이고.
What did you mean
인물까지
you'd
쓴다는데.
send Anne a crest so that
어디다
she'd know
대고
to meet you?
지랄병만 하면 아예 막 인생
We
맞을 수
just
있어.
lost our
얘
parents.
지금
We
인생
were
많을
packing
것
up to go
같은데요.
and live with Solomon.
지금
We couldn't take
해리포터
everything.
세계관에서
She was
쓰지
carefully
말아야 될 거
organised
다
our
알고
prized
있거든요. 얘
possessions.
아바다
A
카다브라는
box of
아직 안
artifacts
썼는데
she
아마
collected to do with our
알고 있는
family.
것 같아.
Jewelry, cards, old
사람
photographs.
사이에서
She got to her favorite.
할인이라는 게
And when I was a second thought, she handed it to me.
용서받기가 어렵기
This will keep
때문에
you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've
살인해도
kept it with me
되는
since.
공간이 있긴 한데 전쟁이나
That's how
뭐
I can reach Anne. I'll get
몇몇
the crest
케이스
to her with
사람 막
plans to
죽이고
meet.
다니고 막
Be
그거
careful,
아직도 있긴 한데
Sebastian.
그거는
Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
평범한 사람
Even if
케이스는
Ominous is
아니니까.
upset with us, he has no
성부에서
love
사람
lost for
죽이는
his
거 아직도
family.
있고 그렇지.
He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from
아직도
you
있을
then.
거야.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an hour when I have news.
지금도 깡패 시키는 있는데 뭐 때리면 안 된다고 하지만 때려가지고 해결하는 것도 많고. 에휴 세바스찬 나 안타까운데 뭐 어떻게 할 수가 없다. 삼촌이 너무 꽉 막혀가지고 또 보호자니까 또 어쩔 수가 없잖아. 또 삼촌 근데 아예 엇나간 사람은 아니야. 또 너무 고지식해. 고지식하고 세바스찬 너무 풀렸어. 어떻게든 내가 결과만 좋으면 장땡이로 가려고 하고 있어. 중간은 없네. 서로 극과 극이어가지고.
Hello, Hamura.
원래 멍청한 거 무능한 부모일수록 애한테 폭력적이라고? 쟤 무식한 거 같긴 해. 고지식하다? 아니 폭력은 안 쓰는데 아까 걔 삼촌은 폭력은 안 썼잖아요. 폭력은 안 쓰는데 그냥 무작정 하지 말래. 하지마. 이것도 되게 안 좋은 교육이라고 했거든요. 무조건 하지마. 이러면은 원래 인간의 뇌는 하지 말라는 거를 받아들이지 못해요. 인간의 뇌는 하지 말라고 생각하면 하지 말을 생각해요. 하지 말을 생각하면서 멈추는 걸 생각하기가 어려워. 이래서 이걸 하지 말아야 되는구나. 약간 위험하니까 너가 다칠 수 있으니까 이렇게 된다 이런 거를 설명을 그래도 애기여서 받아들이기가 어렵겠지만 계속 얘기해줘야 돼. 애기들한테. 난 내 생각이에요. 그냥 아는 게 없는 학생들이 질문 답해주는 게 못 되니까 성질만 내고 난 애기들일수록 어린 사람일수록 여러 번 말해줘야 돼. 대화를 해주고 이래서 이랬단다 난 이렇게 생각하는데 계속 얘기해보고 뭐 싸우기도 하겠지만 안 싸울 순 없어. 또 성질만 내는 게 문제고 아는 게 없는 놈이 학생들 질문 답해줄 능력이 못 되니 성질만 내고 아까도 그냥 용서받지 못할 이유가 있는 것이야 이러면서 화만 내고 뭐 어둠의 마법을 쓰지 말라고만 하는데 왜인지 얘기를 해야지. 그러면은 안 그렇습니까? 왜 쓰면 안 돼? 말해줘야지 왠지. 그냥 안 돼! 이렇게만 얘기하면 안 돼. 뭐 설명하기 어려운 것도 있을 수도 있는데 저건 충분히 나는 설명할 수 있다고 생각한다. 어둠의 마법이라고 하는 게 그거 하다 보면은 안 좋기 때문에 그럴 수도 있단다 이런 식으로 얘기해 주던가. 한 컬러점. 사실 그거 자기도 모르는 거거든요. 나는 그렇게 생각해. 자기도 왜 하면 안 돼? 잘 몰라. 약간 살인 애기들이 왜 엄청 하잖아 진짜. 아이 진짜 나도 듣기 싫어. 애기들 진짜 돌보시는 분들은 알겠지만 애기 뭐 왜? 때려주고 싶어. 뭔지 알아. 뭔 말을 해도 왜 거려. 그래도 일단 나도 생각해야 돼. 그게 인간이 약간 멍청한 거 무능할수록 성질이 난다고 그런 거 같아요.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I
자고
recall you saying that you
무능하는.
speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean,
그렇게
I do.
말하면 안 했지.
Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw
어른
you with in
바꾸기
Hogsmeade?
어렵잖아. 또.
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this
여기
be
애들은 약간
dangerous?
범생이
I
같다
think he
진짜.
simply wants to show
이
me
파란색
something that involves
애들이
gobbledygook.
공부 좋아하는
If it
애들이거든요.
helps, he's a friend of Saron's.
노란색은 무슨
Good to hear.
근명성실
Good
뭐
to hear.
그쪽인데 내가
If Serena
생각한 것도
trusts him, then
근면성실
I
쪽
feel
같다.
much better.
나는 그렇게 머리가 좋진 않은 것 같아서.
You said
고블린도
you know
알아?
gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as
나도
long as
잘
I've been
모른다고
reading
자신의
English.
한계를
My
인정하는
parents have
자세가
an
진짜 개
extensive
중요하다고.
library. Once I grew bored,
모른다고
since
생각하는
I
게
devoured goblin
중요하죠.
writings.
나도
I'll
잘
tell you
몰라.
some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
아, 애기한테도 그렇게 얘기해 주는 게 낫던데. 왜 하다가 모르면은 나도 잘 그건
Have you ever
모르겠단다 뭐
spoken
이러면서
directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so
모든
looking
답을
forward
다
to it.
답해 줄 수 없어.
Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a
나도
native
모르.
speaker. Cannot
인간
wait
왜
to
살아요,
confirm
뭐.
subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being
약간
self-taught
불편한 것들. 그것도 답이
Lodgok is
없어.
waiting.
뭐 고기
Shall we go?
먹는
Of
것도
course. I just want to check the
먹는
pronunciation of a
것부터 해가지고
couple of key terms first. So I will meet you
불편한
there.
것들이 많아. 자본주의 사회도 그렇고. 이게 올바르냐 하면은 모르지 뭐. 너 고블린이야. 그것도 모르면서 틀린 내용 그럴싸하게 때려 맞히는 새끼가 별 병신이라고요? 그런 사람 많지. 나도 약간 그런 생각 갖고 있는 것도 있을 거야. 그것도 깨자. 약간 잘 모르면서 이게 맞다고 생각하면은 거기에 따라 가지고 그냥 이거 맞는데 왜 저렇게 생각하지 하면서 난 그게 있다고 생각해. 좌파든 우파든 나는 그래서 맨날 알게 하는 것 중에 하나가 우리끼리 맨날 싸우거든요. 좌파 우파 하면서 우리끼리 싸울 필요가 없다고 생각해. 나는 국민들을 위하지 않아. 얘네들은 걔네 자리에 관심이 있지. 좌파 우파 하면서 막 그거 하는 거 난 일부러 그러는 것 같아. 내가 봤을 때. 아, 이거 열었네. 어떻게 하는 거지? 이거 뭐 하는 거임? 남자 여자도 서로 싸우고 일본도 미워하게 만드는 게 그거잖아. 그쵸? 정치인들. 그리고 지금 정치나 이런 거 보면은 항상 싸우는 거에만 좀 그것만 좀 관심을 두게 하고. 맞아.
The beasts are safe enough.
Aloha Mora.
또 자기 잘하는 걸로 자리 보전만 하면 돼. 이게 나도 그럴 거야. 나도 정치인이면 내 자리가 중요하지 뭐 정말 국민을 위해서. 근데 내 자리를 국민들이 진짜 깨어 있어가지고 얘네들 일 안 하나 이거 되게 중요시 여기고. 근데 이게 어렵긴 해. 뭐가 맞는지도 어렵기 때문에 어떻게 하는 거지?
Levioso. Expelliarmus.
정치인들 나 늙은 애들 왜 늙은 애들이 계속 하는지 모르겠어. 뭐 하는 건가 여기? 아 아닌데? 뭐지?
Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Descendo.
범프를 거구나.
Confringo.
tricky after all, Merlin.
싸워야지 이득 보는 애들이 많아. 우크라이나 러시아 전쟁 때문에 전 세계적으로 막 힘들어진다 이러는데 나는 오히려 전 세계적으로 다른 나라들은 다 이득 본다고 생각하거든요. 지금 물가 올리는 것도 이 틈이다 이러면서 막 물가 올린다고 생각. 근데 이건 개인적인 생각이고, 맞다고 뭐 LNG 사업 때문에 뭐 그렇다 그러면은 뭐 이것도 나도 정확히 아는 건 아니어서 뭐 100% 아니지만 뭐 나는 그렇게까지 납득은 안 돼서 올라가는 게. 막 이러기러기 설명하는데 뭐 납득은 안 되는데 뭐 모르겠습니다. 이거는 정확하게. 음모론일 수도 있어. 음모론이야 음모론. 왜 이렇게 많이 올라간지 모르겠어 물가. 월급은 하는 건데. 부익부 빈익빈을 더 심화시킨 약간 작업 같은 그런 느낌이야. 물가는 올리고 모든 그 에너지원이나 이런 거 올리면서 서민들이 뭐 돈 버는 게 안 올라가고.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
납득이 안 돼. 그래서 순상춘도 줄어들고 하층민도 돈 못 벌고 다니는데 그냥 무작정 오르기만 하는 것 같기도 하고.
Protego!
누군가는 계속 이득 봐야 되는데. 옛날 경제 대공황은 걔네들이 못해서 그런 거고, 결국에 누가 못해서 이렇게 되었을까? 경제 대공황은 결국에 걔네가 못한 거잖아. 운영 못하다가 의식이 돼가지고 저식이 된 거.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
뭐야? 뭔가 있는데?
Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Crucial!
어머.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo!
시장 경지 맡겨가지고 실패한 거, 그쵸? 너무 그거 되니까 부익부 빈익빈이 심해져서 그런 거고, 저는 이게 다시 반복되는 그런 느낌인데, 내 생각인데. 전부 개입의 당위성을 제고하는 대학교 사례. 서브프라임 모기지 사태 같은 경우는 운영 못해서 망한 거고, 그것도 운영 못해서 그런 거지 뭐. 결국에는 밑에가라고 해야 돼? 위에 사람들이 알아서 해주면 되는데 안 그러잖아. 자기 그것만 생각하지. 다 같이 잘 살자 이런 생각 잘 안 가죠. 저 같은 경우는 약간 못하는 편인데 그거 나만 이득 보자가 안 돼 나는. 그런 거 잘 하는 사람이 사실 자본주의에서 돈 잘 벌지. 아 이거 멀리 깰 수밖에 없다.
I know what that means. Merlin trial. Revelio.
왜 뭐 있는 거지?
Confringo. Revelio.
아, 몇 개 더 있을 텐데. 아.
Confringo.
안다? 어우, 짧네.
Confringo. That's that. Settled.
이거 안 해도 되는데 인벤토리 때문에 짜증나서 조금 해도 돼. 짜증나 이거.
Arresto momentum. Potato. Stupefy. Levioso. What do you have in store for me this time? Revelio. Revelio. I should investigate. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Confringo. Confringo. Descendo. Flipendo. Glacius. Revelio.
아니, 어? 아, 이거 또 하나 어디 있는 거야, 이거?
Revelio.
아,
Not so tricky after all, Merlin. A castle.
I tell you this. Lucky they've got protection guards. Seems like a quiet night.
Imperium. Crucible. Expelliarmus. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Incendio. Revelio. 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 Incendio.
아이고 뭐야?
Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Protego. Accio. Incendio. Defendo. Confringo. Levioso. Crucio. Flipendo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Arresto momentum.
온조 있어 보인다고 뭐죠?
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. If only Professor Fig could have seen that. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Revelio. 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 These rocks have seen better days. Revelio. 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 That wasn't too hard.
없으면 뭐가 좋지?
This looks intriguing. I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Revelio. Defendo. Confringo. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Merlin himself would be proud.
to ask, but
Off on another adventure,
would you be able to
are we?
help me?
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. Revelio. Capolso. Whoa. Revelio. Accio. Capolso. sir. That's that. Settled. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
You received my owl.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They discovered repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
뭐야 이거?
Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
아이고 갔다.
What are Armit and I to do again?
Remain unseen to pass through the enchanted doorway to the mine. Once inside, study any plans you may find.
Armit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
The door is looking at us.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these. Accio! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Arrest the momentum!
What's a human?
Defender! Intriguer!
Where's the pass again?
아 뭐야?
If you see the human, attack.
Descendo!
I will make you pay.
Imperial!
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
It's it.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Wouldn't mind a black job at Gringotts. Suit me, sitting around all day. Mind you, suppose I could get a bit boring.
Revelio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Descendo! Arresto momentum!
I won't rest.
Imperio! Crucible!
That's the last loyalist. Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins would be brilliant and kind. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. if I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Arresto the man.
Stop avoiding me! I'm a goblin! No! You goblin! Rather unwise coming back this easily diverted. Stop! I'm afraid of heights! You can't stop us!
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
아, 또 까먹었네 이거.
Revelio.
Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
아, 여기였네.
Expelliarmus!
Somebody there? Hello? Wanderer, on to the dead, please. Little magistrates, won't distract me.
Let's get this over with.
Leviosa!
Rather up way. Send this way.
Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
Leave alone.
Why don't you come up here and fight?
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Leviosa! Accio! Incendio! Arresto momentum.
Not quiet.
Descendo!
much to Incendio. Expelliarmus.
How nice of you.
Red Rock will lead us to victory!
Arrest on momentum. Confringo. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Depulso. Accio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Accio.
Let's get it.
Protego.
Rubber up wide.
Accio. Incendio.
You up a spot.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
Accio. Incendio. Incendio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this
그래?
mine could contain.
그렐랑 아니야?
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
아, 장비수로 다쳤네.
Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about what just...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
What are you up to now?
What?
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Come now, don't be stingy.
My father always taught me to make my wand.
Hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're... Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
nice to see you, my young friend.
Can we please talk about what just...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I know what that means. Merlin trial. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Expelliarmus. Descendo. Defendo. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Rependo. Glacis. Imperio.
How dare you use that spell on me?
Repulsor. Flipendo. Flipendo. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
안 되고 있었나? 멈췄나? 왜 이래 이거 화면? 언제부터 안 된 거야? 여기서 멈췄는데? 화면이? 난 되는데 왜 저래 저거? 왜 저러냐? 개처보드? 당연히 잘 되고 있다고 생각했는데 왜 저래 이거? 일단 끕시다 그럼.